Toasty Talk 19. Alright, it's been a really long time. And I've been busy as heck. So we have a lot going on right now. Actually, I got a new phone, which is great. This thing I can get to my junk really easy now to look at stuff, which is so much better. So that's nice. Also, look at this thing that I got. Oh shoot. I'm gonna be honest, I got you sitting on top of two omnibus. So take that how you will. I just got these. We're not gonna talk about them. I did finish reading Immortal Hulk, the Omni. I had read the whole book, but I read Gamma Flight issue 1 through whatever the heck. I think there were 5 issues of it. I read those. And then I also finished reading my Marvel vs. DC omnibus as well. We're gonna do a video one day where I talk about every comic book that I own, because I own a ton of them. We've done all my vinyls. Speaking of vinyls, I actually got a new vinyl as well. Oh gosh. If I can find it. Here it is. I got 2 more coming as well. I got Static Prevails by Jimmy Eat World, and this junk is awesome. Digits, side B has 17, episode 4, Digits and Caveman. That junk is like unbelievable, that side. Rockstar is really good too. Claire, there's some really good songs in that record, but I think side B is just insanely good. I listened to that whole thing the day I got it, both records, and it is wonderful. But I got 2 coming that I can't wait to get, because they're gonna be unreal. I didn't know that Tooth and Nail Records had a website that you could buy records on. So I went on their website, and they had a Slick Shoes record, which isn't the one I wanted. It was their self-titled, which isn't necessarily one that I would want, but I did get it. I can't wait to get that one. It has Alone and Ignorance, I think is the name of that song. Maybe it's My Ignorance. Whatever. Anyway. But Alone is really good. It has a music video. And then the first one's really good. Ignorance or My Ignorance or whatever. That one's really good. I think it's just Ignorance. That one's really good too. They sang both of those on Broadcasting Live, so I had heard those before. But I gotta be honest, I had not even listened to that full record until I bought it. And then I was like, I'm gonna go listen to it. But I knew it's Slick Shoes. I want it. And then I found one that I cannot wait to get. How to Start a Fire by Further Seems Forever, which has like my favorite song ever on it, The Sound. So and it looks so cool, like that album cover I always loved. So I cannot wait to get my hands on that one. Is that it? Yeah. Anyway, check out my little muggy, bro. This thing is fire. We got the Daily Planet. We got some Garfield. We got BJ Blazkowicz. We got some little Peanut, Hal Jordan. We got Rouse from Deltarune. Some Bioshock, some regular show. We got the Teen Titans on there. We got David Bowie. We got Jill Valentine. We got Frank West from Dead Rising. We got Ghost Rider. We got Loki. All kind of junk. Chris and Susie. All kind of junk. So yeah, brother. It makes a weird noise though. It decided not to make a weird noise that time. Anyway, I bought a bunch of stickers and just stuck them on there. I was gonna take that to drill because I needed a cup to drink from, because I gotta go this weekend. And I was like, brother, I'm gonna get this thing jacked the heck up and probably made fun of. So I'm not gonna take it. So I'm probably just gonna wait and take this with me over the summer, which I can also talk about that. I had to go to Camp Garyawa or something. It was in Clinton, Mississippi, and I went down there, and like all the missionaries were there, and we kind of talked about whatever, you know. I got to meet up with my group again and stuff like that, so that was pretty fun. I had a good time, and I'm not very like interactive with the group chat or like because I'm just not that type of guy. You know what I mean? I don't really do that, but I am in the group chat and I do. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm pretty good with most of them, but not some of them. But by the time we get there, it's going to be a lot better. I know it. Anyway, I also think that doing this summer thing is really going to help me over the course of doing basic. I think being around a bunch of people all the time, you know, having to be outside all the time, like, I think that's really going to help me when I go to do basic because I'm not used to that. You know what I mean? I'm not used to even living with other people. So I think that it's going to be a really good thing and it's going to make me a lot stronger and a lot better mentally, a lot more mentally prepared. Because I think physically I'm fairly prepared, but mentally I don't know if I'm there yet. So I think that's going to help me out a lot. I definitely have work to do physically, but I'm just saying that I think mentally is really my biggest challenge in terms of doing it. I think I'm gonna be fine. Like I'm not scared necessarily, um, but hey, we're gonna have something to talk about. You know, next time I make one of these, like I probably won't do another one until after I go to Camp Shelby. But when I get done with Camp Shelby, we're definitely gonna have to talk about that because it's gonna be crazy. Um, yeah, man. One thing that's been helping me though, I've been listening to this Halo book, like the first one, about like Master Chief and like him as a little kid and him getting taken in and doing the Spartan program and you know them like doing the drills and stuff and it's like that's been kind of something to as a Halo fan. Now I wouldn't say fanboy because now Halo 1 like Combat Evolved is top tier. That's like easily my favorite. One of my favorite games ever. I've played that game a bajillion times. And I love Halo Reach as well. But I have not played 2, 3, 4 that much. I've beaten 2 maybe once. This is what happens to me with Halo, right? You know they have like the Halo Master Chief Collection. I download that game. This happens like every couple years. I download it. I have it downloaded right now, in fact. But I download it. I play Reach. I play 1. I get halfway through 2, and then I quit. And I cannot tell you how many times I've done that. I've probably done that 4 times, 5 times, where I'll get to 2 saying, okay, I'm going to beat Halo 2 and then play Halo 3. I don't think I've ever even played Halo 3. I'm just being so for real. I know I've played Halo 4. I've beaten Halo 4 a couple of times, actually, when I was younger. But I have not played Halo 3, I don't think. And I've only beaten Halo 2 like 1 time, so I really don't remember a lot about it. But anyway, but Halo 1 Combat Evolved is literally one of my favorite games ever. I've played it so many times, and I love that game. And this book has been really cool because it's got you know, Keys and Halsey and all those guys in it, and it's really cool. So that's been kind of like some motivation, you know, to kind of get into better shape and do what I got to do. Um, anyway, what else we got? I'm not gonna talk about the thing over the weekend. That'd be really boring. That was like last week. I think. Which is crazy because it feels like it's been a lot longer than that, but it actually hasn't been that long since I went. Anyway, but that really wasn't very long ago. Yeah, and then I really want to get a tattoo as well. I really want to get a lighthouse from Bioshock right here, but I'd have to get a waiver for that, and I don't know if they're gonna let me do that. They're probably gonna yell at me as well if I do that. So I don't know if I can. I really want to, because I'm not leaving until I mean I'd have to go all year without getting one, and that would suck. I might have to ask my dude how hard it is to get one after this. Like you know when I go on the 10th, I'll be like, hey, how hard is it to get a waiver for one of these? Because I don't leave till August. I might have to ask. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I went out and ran today. I've been running a lot recently because I've been trying to get into better shape in terms of running. I have this church right behind me that has like a big loop, big track, and so I've been going to that a lot and running around it. I've been doing a lot better than I thought I could do. I'll be honest. So that's positive. Also, my core strength's gotten pretty darn good. It's really and I can. It's really just like running. That's my issue. And I'm pretty good with the push-up position. Like I can stand. I can stay there for a while. I can't do like that many push-ups, but I can stay in that position for a long time. So that's good. And like planks are really not a big deal for me. But yeah. Anyway, let's get down to the list, and we'll just kind of go through it and see what the heck we got that I didn't talk about because there's a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about. First of all, we'll do the month of March total. I read one book. I listened to 47 albums, which is the most I've done in a month yet this year. The other two were 36, and this one was 47. That's also including EPs and live sets and stuff. Played one game with my mom, like I did last month. It was Resident Evil 7. We've been going through all it. We beat like every Resident Evil game. We beat a lot of games. I've talked about this, I think. But we did like Red Dead 2. We did all the Resident Evils. We did all the Batman Arkham games. We did Wolfenstein. We did a bunch of stuff. A lot. And we've seen a bunch of movies and things like that. And in fact, all of the movies that I've watched the last couple months have been with her. I haven't even watched any myself. I did 15 comic books, which we'll get into the ones that I haven't talked about. I think the only one I talked about this month was X-Men, God Loves Man Kills. I watched 5 movies, I watched 1 season of a show, and I watched 13 hockey games. So, and the Rangers have been on a heater too, man. We're going to talk about that for sure. Let's see. I don't know where I left off in terms of albums and things. We'll talk about the Rangers for a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I did Daredevil season 2. We can talk about that. That was good. Did I talk about War of Ages? I don't know. I listened to a lot. Last month was just a lot of metalcore. Okay, Oh Sleeper, War of Ages, For Today, just a lot of that. I did Supreme Chaos by War of Ages. I did Eternal by War of Ages. I did Return to Life by War of Ages. I did Prevailer by For Today. I did For Today Warped Tour in 2012 and 2014. I did, I did a lot of Newfound Glory. Just randomly hit me. I did Nothing Gold Can Stay. I did From the Screen to Your Stereo, and I did the self-titled. Hit or Miss is such a good song, and I listened to their first 3 albums, all in the same day, on the 23rd. I did Illusion of Safety by Thrice, which is really good. I still like their first album better, Phoenix Ignition, but that one's really good. It is really good. I did Hide Nothing, and which I'm pretty sure I'd already listened to that album before, but it was a long time ago. This is by For the Scenes Forever. That's their 3rd record. I'm pretty sure I'd listened to it before because I remembered majority of the songs off of that record, but it had been so long that I pretty much forgot about them. And then I just wrote it down. I also did The Final Curtain, which is like a live album, and that one was really good actually. I enjoyed that one a lot. Let's see. And I did. Oh, yeah. There's this band called Mirrors, Mirours, like Mirror Hours. I think they're on Tooth and Nail. Don't quote me on that. But they're like kind of a pop, new wavy kind of band. And I listened to Gilded Paradise and the self-titled by them. The self-titled is insanely good. So that, like, it has like a cover, like a big rainbow, like water kind of paint stuff. And that one is incredible. Really good. Really, really good. And then I did Destination Beautiful by May, which is also a Tooth and Nail band. Really good as well. I did the self-titled by Slick Shoes. We talked about that. I did another Circuit Rider music album called All My Life. I did Indie Tribe, Upper Hand by Indie Tribe. I just randomly found them, and I listened to that album, and I listened to a couple other songs. Then there's one called like Rob Hill, and I forget what the heck the other one I listened to was called. There's a couple songs that I listened to, but I'm not a rap guy at all, to be honest. When I was younger, I would kind of dabbled in it, but it was just, I like drill. I like UK drill just because I like UK stuff a lot. Like anything English, I love. You know. In fact, I don't know if I've ever told this story on here. In my public speaking class in college, uh, this is like a year ago now, or maybe even longer. I think about a year ago, and they had a. I did really good in that class. Like I'm a good talker. Um, I'm like introverted, and I'm not really like a leadership type of guy, but I'm good at talking. So, um, isn't that weird? I've always thought about that. You know, like in those classes, there's people that take them virtually. The people that take them virtually are usually like the most attractive people you find. Like the people that like can't speak publicly are usually like super attractive, but they're super nervous about getting in front of people. It's like that's so crazy to me. You know what I mean? That's so crazy to me because I'm so good. I shouldn't put myself up there. I'm not saying I'm like the best public speaker ever. I'm not. What I'm saying is like I'm good at doing that. I'm good at speaking to people. Like I don't have a problem with that. Now small talk, I suck at it. I can't do it at all. Right? Like I don't like making eye contact with somebody I don't know. Like that's just how I am. But I'm really good at public speaking. It's just weird how that works. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Anyway, but when I was in that class, we had a speech we had to give. It was like you have to accept an award, or you have to tell like a eulogy. You have to do something like that. And I did the greatest British accent in the world. That was the one that I did. Maybe one day I'll reenact that on here because I remember a majority of what I said, and I do have a really good British accent. Um, I brag about that all the time, but I really do. I have a really good British accent, and I made a 100. He said he never gave hundreds. His name was Jake Hood, Jake from State Farm, bald head. He said he never gave hundreds, and he gave me 100. So shouts out. That was awesome. Anyway, all right. That just comes from me loving British music. Really, I love like Bowie, Morrissey especially, Oasis, like even like Def Leppard. You know, like just British bands in general. I've always been keen on that. I've always been a bigger fan of British music as opposed to any other kind. And so even like punk, like the Clash or something, right? Like that's just always been my cup of tea when it comes to music. And so I've really been heavy on that. I need to get some new glasses, by the way. I've been wanting to do that. I got these big old nerd frames, you know, like these Clark Kents. And I've been like, man, I need to get some new glasses because these are just way too big. So I want to get like some wire frames, you know, maybe like some sunglass gimmicks in them. I'm thinking about doing that. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but I'm thinking about doing that. So if you see me on one of these, I got different glasses on. There you go. Let's see. Okay, I also did Silent Planet, The Night God Slept, and I did The Week's End by Emery, which that one's fire. Emery is good, man. Emery's good. I only listened to that album one time. I was working out as well during it, so I don't really remember like the whole album like that, you know. But from what I heard, man, I was digging it. I enjoyed every track I heard. Um, Good stuff, man. Especially when they were screaming, like it was fire. So Emery, I'm excited about to listen to more of them because they're really good. They're really good. Uh, and then Silent Planet rules too. I've listened to their EP before this one. I've listened to some stuff from them and I really enjoyed it. So I like Silent Planet. I really do. What is this? Oh, this one is fire. This one's fire. I've listened to a lot of Midwest emo, okay? I've listened to like Captain Jazz, which I really enjoy. I've listened to Mineral. I've listened to Strictly Ballroom. I've listened to American Football. This, I think, is my favorite one I've ever heard. Smog, I've also heard. I don't know if you would consider him. I would, but I don't know. This one, though, Tell Me About the Long Dark Path Home by Newfound Interest in Connecticut. That album right there, you need to listen to it. You need to look it up right now on Spotify. If you can find a vinyl of it, good luck. But if you can find a vinyl of it, get it. It is unreal. It's so good. You need to look it up on YouTube or find it somewhere and listen to it because it's unreal. Um, Easily my favorite Midwest emo album that I've ever heard. I think I loved it. I really did. I absolutely loved it. Um, then I did Wars and Rumors of Wars by the Chariot, and then which was cool. I like the Chariot. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Chariot, to be for real with you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I love them. I do like them though. I think they've got some crazy songs. Like what is it? Evan Perks. Is that the name of that song? That song's crazy. The one with like the what is that song? It's not the King. It's like I mean I could find it, but they've got some really good songs. Daggers was definitely my favorite song off that album by far. I really enjoyed that one a lot, and I listen to that one pretty frequently. The City, that's it. But now their stuff live is awesome to watch because they're just insane shows. Like their bassist is a maniac. But yeah, really hardcore though. And then I listened to a guy named Pipe Bomb, and this dude is crazy. I really don't even want to say the name of this album, because I don't. Heck Hole. There you go. I know there's nothing wrong with saying that, but I even literally just said Rob Hill, but I don't know. I just don't like saying that, so I'm not gonna say it. But that album was unreal. Like it was actually insane. So, just like super hardcore, and you could hear the Chariot influence as well. And then I did because and then I found like some random podcast on YouTube with him, the guy I can't think of his name, but the lead singer and he plays guitar as well. I think in the bass too. And he was in a band called Church Girls, so I looked them up and I listened to Hidalgo. I don't know what that means. I don't even really want to say that word. I don't know what it means. But if you look up Church Girls on Spotify, you'll find it, the first album. And I really like that one too. And I'm going to listen to more of them too because I really enjoyed that album. Yeah, I really did. So a bunch of albums. Oh, and I did Salad Days by Mac DeMarco. And I did Make a Sound by Autopilot Off as well. I didn't even say those. I got into like a Mac DeMarco thing one week this month, and I was like listening to a bunch of him. I'd listened to 2, and I'd listened to Rockin' All Night Club, but I had not listened to all of Salad Days, so I listened to that one. 2 is still my favorite, but I did like Salad Days, and I need to listen to more of him as well. But yeah, that should be it for albums. Now, when it comes to comic books, I did Superior Spider-Man, which you just saw the Omni. This is why I bought the Omni. I did Superior Spider-Man issue 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first 5 issues. I did Gamma Flight 1 through 5. I did Batman Gargoyle of Gotham issue 2 and 3, which I had read the first issue like months ago, and maybe even last year. And I was like, this is cool as heck. I need to read this. It really reminded me of Pattinson Batman, just in terms of tone. And so I read the other issues, and they were awesome. That one is really cool. It does end on a cliffhanger, and it never continues, which is unfortunate, because they just never made any more of them. But it's like a Black Label book, and I think DC Black Label, in my opinion, is the best thing in comics. Anything on that label is awesome to me, and I love it. So I really enjoyed, and like one dude did everything. He wrote it, he drew it. Like, I don't know his name, which is unfortunate. I should know it, but wow, like definitely read those. It's really good. And then I did Batman and Spider-Man New Age Dawning. That was in my Omni. I did The Incredible Hulk versus Superman Double Lives, which that one is easily my favorite in that whole omnibus. There were a couple. There was like X-Men and Teen Titans, which is really good. And then there was the first Batman Punisher with Nightfall Batman, like Azrael Batman, I really liked. And then the first Spider-Man Superman comic was really, really good from the 70s. That one was awesome. The second one I didn't like as much at all, but the first one I loved. Superman Fantastic Four was cool. Oh my gosh, the Green Lantern Silver Surfer one was unbelievable. It had like Kyle Rayner and Silver Surfer, and they're like fighting Thanos and Parallax. It was like the coolest thing I've ever read. And I'm a big Parallax guy. Like, that's one of my favorite things in comics, Parallax, Hal Jordan. So I loved that run, or that issue. It was so cool. That was definitely up there. I think that was the first thing that led up to the Amalgam thing, the Amalgam universe, which I've never read. I really want to. They made an Omni of that as well that I want to get. But that was really cool. Is that it for? But anyway, what I was saying was the Incredible Hulk one, because the Hulk. I mean, look, bro, you got Hulk and Superman right there. The Hulk and Superman are my two favorite superheroes. I love Batman. I love Wonder Woman. I love Green Lantern. I really do. I like Sentry. I like Captain America a lot. I like Punisher a lot. But man, I by far think the Hulk has always been my favorite Marvel character, and then Superman has been my favorite DC character for a long time. Not always. Batman was my favorite. I've talked about this, but Superman was, like I said in the one where I talked about this. I don't know which one that was. Probably the one where I talked about the Superman comic book that I read, the Reeve one, Superman 78, with Brandon Routh. Brandon Routh was always my favorite. He got me into the character, and he's still my favorite. He got me into the character, and I've been like a super fan of that character ever since I watched that movie, which was like a long time ago, been about 3 years probably or something. And so for about 3 years, Superman has been my favorite DC character, and the Hulk is always my favorite Marvel character. So reading this issue, it was like prime Jack Kirby Hulk, and it was written like a Stan Lee book. It had like classic like Kurt Swan or like Joe Shuster like Superman vibes. And it was just so awesome, and I loved every second. It had Rick Jones in it. It had Thaddeus Ross in it. It had Betty. It had Lois. It was just so cool. Like, seeing Betty and Lois even interact was like the coolest thing ever. So, because, Betty and Bruce is like, other than Lois and Clark, it's like my favorite love interest in any comic book. Reed and Sue is really good. I can't lie. I'm not even like a huge Fantastic Four guy, but that is pretty darn good. But I mean, Betty and Bruce, you can't beat it. Like, you just can't. Especially with like, when she's turned into the big red thing, with like wings and chicken feet. It's like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, so I loved it. Every second of that issue was awesome. So that, if you can find that somewhere, I don't know how you'd find it unless you bought this omnibus, but that is easily my favorite one in this whole book. And then I read Batman, Daredevil, King of New York, which was the last one in the book. So yeah. And then I did ASM 698 and 699, which is the kind of prelude. I haven't done 700 yet, but that's like the prelude to Superior Spider-Man, which I never read. I just read the first 5 issues of the book, and I was like, I need to read this stuff before it. So that should be it. Oh, we can talk about Daredevil Season 2 for a little bit, and then we'll get into the Rangers, and then we'll cut it today. So yeah. Daredevil Season 2, Charlie Cox is really the greatest, like, maybe the greatest comic book casting ever. And I'm not even, like, the biggest Daredevil guy. I did get some stickers that stuck on my little thing, by the way, and this is just a patch. I gotta put this in my little bag that I'm going to. I got like a CM Punk Thor one. Look at that one. And then this one's got Manhattan and a little pork rind from Cuphead on it. And I also put some on the back of this iPad. I can't show you those because I'm using it. I got like a Val Kilmer one from Batman Forever, like in front of the Man Bat. That one's super cool. And then a Peacemaker head, and then a Mika Zibanejad one, and then a Wonder Woman one, and then Morrissey, and then I got one I put right in the middle. It's like really stupid. I don't know how to describe it unless you see it. It's really stupid, but it's like a Jesus in a hockey, like a goalie suit, and it says Jesus saves under it, and I just thought it was really stupid. I was like, this is really goofy. I'm not the type of guy that wears this kind of stuff or uses this. Like, I just never have. I don't even wear anything like that. Like, people get the
he is risen, and it's like RIZZ. It's like, bro, that stuff is so embarrassing. I've never been that type of guy, to put that, to wear that kind of stuff. But I saw it, and I was like, I wanted some hockey stickers, and I thought it was funny, so I just got it. Instead of getting like Shistarkin or Lundqvist or something, I was like, I'll just get that because it's goofy looking. Anyway, but what was I talking about? Daredevil season 2. Punisher was the best part of that season by far. Elektra was okay. Stick was okay. But brother, the Hand was okay. I didn't like Nobu being the villain of the season. That was kind of my least favorite part. It wasn't great. The season wasn't great. The first season was. The first season was amazing. The second season, everything with Punisher in it was amazing. That's my favorite stuff I've seen in the whole show so far. Okay, it just was. I liked the Matt and Foggy back and forth. I liked the mentions to Jessica Jones and the characters from that show. I liked everything Karen had to do. She had a lot more things to do in this season, which was cool. Kingpin wasn't in it as much, but when he was, it was great. Like him and Matt, like that meeting in the prison and things like that. But Punisher was easily the best character to me. Everything he did, John Bernthal is incredible. When I first saw the Spider that Punisher was going to be in No Way Home or Brand New Day, I wasn't that excited because I hadn't seen the show. But now that I've seen season 2 of Daredevil and how good he is in that show, I can't wait to see him in this movie. And obviously the trailer's come out by now, right? And we've all seen it, so we know he's in there. And it's really cool. So I'm excited. Also, the Supergirl trailer came out as well. And the Lanterns trailer came out. I've not talked about that yet. I have not talked about the Lanterns trailer. I don't know how to feel about the Lanterns trailer because it's like, why does the suit look like that? I was saying this for a while. I never said it on a video because I never made one. But I was saying this for a while to myself. I was like, bro, people just need to quit arguing about this brown suit. It's literally just dirty because it's old, and Hal has not been Green Lantern in a while, or he's been using it for forever, so it's just dirty. This is not what the suit's going to look like. But no, that's what the suit looks like. We've seen pop vinyls of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in a brown Lantern suit, and I don't know how to feel about that. I actually like the color brown. I really do. I think it looks cool in clothing. I think it looks cool in suits or whatever. But I don't know why you would make Green Lantern brown. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, and like there's obviously the meme with Travis Scott in the Batman suit, and it's like we're continuing that now with Brown Lantern, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm also another thing I don't know how to feel about is Hal Jordan being so old. I just said 2 seconds ago that I love Green Lantern, but I love Hal Jordan. He's my favorite because of Parallax and the Spectre and all that stuff. And I don't want them to not do that. I'm hoping because he's old, they're not just going to kill him off, but they'll immediately do Parallax and then kill him off. Because if you kill him, it's okay if you do something cool with him before you kill him. If they just killed him off, I'd be upset. So I'm hoping that they'll kill him after they've done something cool with him, and don't just kill him at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show. That would suck. Not at the beginning of the show, but at the end of the show before he's even had anything to do. That would suck. So I'm hoping, because I'm okay with Jon Stewart being the main Green Lantern. I have no problem with that. But, because you could just have Jon Stewart and Guy Gardner be the duo. That's fine. Although having all 3 of them is better. And you can even throw Kyle Rayner in there as well. But I think they got to do Parallax. They got to do Spectre. They got to do something with him before they just kill him off. That's what I'm hoping. And I'm glad that Sinestro's in the show. I hope Atrocitus is also in the show. Maybe even, Star Sapphire. they could go crazy with it. But yeah. Anyway, Lobo looks amazing. They showed Crypto getting shot, which is like, I'm glad they kept that in. Because I remember there was something about like engineer punching Crypto or something. They cut it out or something like that. And I was like, wow, are they not going to have him get shot? And Supergirl, but they are. So that I'm glad that they at least kept that part of the story in, because that's the whole point of the plot, right? Is Kara trying to save Supergirl? Like, yeah, she's helping. She's helping. Gosh, I can't think of her name, dude. Off the top of my head, I know it, but I cannot think of it. Whatever. The little girl. But when she's helping her, it's like, yeah, they're trying to kill Krim, but that's not her whole focus. That's not the point of this mission, like it is for the little girl. It is to, save Ruthie. Ruthie. It is to save Crypto for her, right? And she does that. And also, Comet is in it. I hope Comet is in the movie. I have a feeling he's not going to be because we have Lobo, but it would be cool if it was, right? And we even saw Lobo helping Kara the whole time. I thought he was just going to show up. He's in the movie, like he's in the whole thing. So that's cool. And that kind of makes up for them not having Comet, because Comet obviously saves Kara at the end of the book. You can just have Lobo do it. So that makes sense. So, yeah. But anyway, Daredevil Season 2, it was okay. It was cool. I liked it. But I really liked everything with Punisher. That was easily my favorite part of the show. Daredevil getting his billy clubs with the string, that was also insanely cool. Yeah, those were my two favorite parts of that show, were Punisher and then Daredevil getting his billy clubs. I mean, I didn't love Elektra. She was fine. And I didn't love the stuff with Nobu, but it was fine. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Now we can talk about the Rangers for a little bit, and then we'll call it. They were on a heater for a while, and we talked about this, I think, in the last video. They won like 4 in a row. Lafreniere was getting hat tricks, like they were going crazy. And then they went on a huge losing streak. I actually didn't watch any of the games they lost because I didn't have time, so I wasn't even watching them. But I did watch them in LA. That one was bad. They lost pretty bad on that one. That was on the 16th. And then I watched them in Winnipeg. They also lost that game, which was on the 22nd. I watched them in Toronto, which they also lost. And then I watched them in Chicago, which they won. And then so ever since the Chicago game on the 28th, they've been cooking. They've won 3 in a row, I think, right? They beat Florida. They beat Chicago. They beat Jersey. And Dylan Grant got his first win as a goalie. We got Drew Fortescue coming in. We got Adam Sikora coming in. He's been cooking. We got a bunch of rookies right now, and I love it. And in that game against New Jersey, we'll get to that at the end because that was awesome. But I've been saying this, that people were complaining for a long time, and I did too, right? I was like, man, our development sucks. But bro, we got so many guys coming up, dude. We got Nathan Aspinall, we got Liam Greenshrew, we got what's that kid's name? We traded Othman for him. Jacob Battaglia. We got Grand coming up. We got Sikora. We got Cartier in now. He's young. He's not like really young, but he's young. We got Lava. We got Perot, Fortescue, Moreau or Scott Morrow. He's not in right now. That's fine. We got a lot of guys. A lot. We still got Berard down there in the AHL. So I'm not mad right now. I'm actually been really happy with our play. I think that second, third line, whatever it is, with Millsy and Cartier and Shears. Sherry's been playing terrible this season, but man, he's shining on that line, and I'm really enjoying it. And Cartier, what a pickup off of waivers for Cartier. I mean, he has been insane. Every game he's in, he's doing something. I love this guy. Cartier is my favorite player on the roster right now. And I'm just being serious. Like, ever since he came in, he's been unbelievable. I am loving what I'm seeing from him. And he needs a spot next year. Easily. Himelash has been going crazy, too. He's been playing really good on that fourth line. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if Matt Rempe's going to be playing next year. I love Rimpey, but dude, Hamelash is cooking. And it's like, I mean, what I would do on that fourth line personally, I'd put Rimpey, Edstrom, and Hamelash. That's what I would do. Because imagine that fourth line, bro. I'm not like they would be so scary. There's like just three massive dudes on that fourth line. I think that'd be awesome. Um, so I would love that. But are they gonna do that? Probably not. They do need a kind of a faster guy. So I would understand if they put like Radish or something. I even Parson would be okay with me. I don't know if he's gonna have a spot. Probably not. But yeah, but even like Berard would be cool in the fourth line. Anyway, but Lafreniere has been cooking, dude. Laffy finally started doing something ever since Panarin left, and I was saying this too. I was saying Laffy's probably going to do way better once Panarin leaves, and he has been. He's been doing so much better since Panarin left. I said this for a long time, and he's been getting points in like every game. He's been scoring a tip-in goal at the front of at the front of the net in the crease, like almost every game. He's been doing amazing right now, and Mika's been going crazy right now. He won the Steve McDonald as well. I voted for Shesty, but it's okay. I understand Mika winning. He's been insane this year. Mika March has been real. He's been going off. And I love Mika. He's like my favorite player on the Rangers. But I'm just saying, really in the league, other than Lane Hudson. I love Lane Hudson. But man, and Cole Hudson, he came in too. And I was tempted to start watching Capitals games. I didn't do it, but like, I don't like Tom Wilson. If I was a Capitals fan, I'd love Tom Wilson, but I don't. But Cole Hudson, I love Lane Hudson. I love Cole Hudson. Cole Caulfield as well has been going off on a tangent. He's easily going to get 50 goals. There's no question by the end of the season. Anyway, but the Rangers have been playing so much better. The vibes in the room have been so much better. Shesterkin has been unreal this year. And then he got into his first fight against Markstrom in the Devils game, and that was amazing. I was watching that one live, thank goodness. And I remember when I saw that, I popped so huge, bro. I got up, started running around. I didn't actually, but I got up, I started walking around. I couldn't stop. Like, my mouth was just open, bro. My jaw was just unhinged for like 30 seconds. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And that was amazing. So that was probably my favorite game of the season so far. I mean, the game against Dallas and then the Winter Classic were both great. But that game was awesome. I mean, seriously. So, yeah. But anyway, the Rangers have been playing a lot better. I'm really happy about their progress currently and their young guys. And I can't wait to see what they do next season. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they can definitely make them the year after or the year after that, right? Like, 100%. I think they definitely could, especially with like Green Tree coming in and guys like that. I think they can 100% make it, and be good, you know. So I'm very happy about that. It's kind of crazy the turnaround because the middle of this year was rough. The beginning of this year was rough, but the middle was just terrible, and it's been so much better the end of the year. So this last stretch. Now, are we going to get a good pick? I don't know. I hope so, but also I don't want us to stop losing games because it helps with the boys, right? Like, of course I want McKenna, but if we don't get him, it's okay. I feel like Calgary or Vancouver's probably going to get McKenna anyway. If Florida gets McKenna, I'm done. If the Maple Leafs get McKenna, like, I guess I'd be okay with that. But I don't, like, it would really suck if, like, Florida got McKenna. I would be so bummed. I really would. But anyway, that's about it for right now. You're awesome. Jesus loves you tremendously, and you should love him back because why not? You're not missing out on anything by not doing it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. We will have Toasty Talk 20 next time, which is kind of wild. And yeah, it's probably going to be a minute. I don't have a lot to talk about, you know, in the near future, but by maybe next week we'll get something done because I got to go to drill, and we'll have kind of things to talk about with that, I guess, probably. So, yeah, that's about it for now. Thank you. I'm waiting for you to get to 45 minutes because I just think that'd be funny.